All right, this is why you're getting rejected from software engineering jobs, even with referrals, and what you should be doing instead. So I know you're probably applying to positions on this new grad simplify repo, maybe even handshake, trying to get referrals whenever you can, but you're still getting rejected. And so I'm going to go over the strategy that actually got me into Amazon and Google, and it wasn't referrals. So I did get new grad offers from Amazon and Google. You can see those offer letters over here. I'm also the one that built out the machine learning section of NeetCode. If you click this link over here, GPT Learning Hub, this is actually my company and my other YouTube channel where I teach AI and machine learning. And I also run a community where I mentor students and new grads to get offers in big tech. And so you can see this guy, Kevin, over here, got an interview with OpenAI, which is absolutely insane. And he got an interview with Visa or an offer from Visa recently. And he's like, I'm not even satisfied with this. He wants to shoot higher. Dude is an absolute demon. And so let's go ahead and explain why you're getting rejected from these software engineering jobs, even with referrals. I know this Google Doc is kind of ghetto, but I promise I'm going to spit some game. So first, why referrals don't help that much anymore? Well, it's because everybody and their mom is getting referrals. And so if everybody has a referral, then it just doesn't really count as a differentiating factor anymore. There's even this website referral hub where you can straight up buy referrals at big tech companies. You could just straight up buy an Nvidia referral for 35 bucks, buy an Amazon referral for 51 bucks. The guys, I don't even know who made this platform, but this is insane. He's saying I will refer you within 1 hour of submitting a request. I mean, think about it. If everybody and their mom is getting referrals, then they're not going to do that much anymore. And I'm going to also explain how referrals can actually hurt you sometimes. And let me tell you a quick story. So when I was going through the new grad recruiting process, just back in 2025, just this past year, pretty recently, I actually got a referral to Databricks. Databricks, a solid tech company. And I got rejected within like a few hours of applying. And I was like, what? I had a referral. I thought my resume was straight. I literally got rejected within a few hours of applying. And so I was like, you know what? Forget this. I'm going to reapply with a different email and not get a referral this time, just to like see if it works. I don't even know if you're supposed to do that, like reapply to the same company with a different email. I don't know. Maybe that's just another strategy you can try. But I reapplied to Databricks with a different email. And I do make a few more tweaks to my resume this time, just try to optimize it as much as I can. And that time, I literally got the first round interview and I ended up going all the way to the final round interview for Databricks. And that was pretty crazy because the referral actually hurt my chances of getting the interview. When I reapplied without the referral, that's when I got the interview. And I think the reason for that is because the person who gave me a referral was just some random dude I DM'd on LinkedIn. Like he wasn't someone I actually had a close connection with. He couldn't really vouch for me. And so there's two kinds of referrals: cold referrals versus warm referrals. A warm referral is when someone like pretty well can actually vouch for you, and when they submit the referral, they can give you like a solid recommendation. But cold referrals is just like when you DM some random dude on LinkedIn and he gives you a referral. It doesn't actually help that much. It can actually hurt your chances. And so here's what I recommend instead. What I recommend instead, and what got me into Amazon and Google, instead of just applying to hundreds of positions on the simplified repo and the handshake and the platform handshake, is cold email. And so I have an entire guide on cold email, like literally everything you need to do, how to find the recruiter emails, like, the templates to use in your emails. If you want this, just drop a comment. But here's a template over here that you can use. It's relatively straightforward. But the most important thing is really, how do you find the recruiter emails, right? So let's say you're trying to cold email a recruiter at Google. You go to Google's LinkedIn page, you type in early talent, or university recruiter or something like that. And I found this recruiter here, and she's an early career recruiter at Google. I click on her profile over here. There's a free Chrome extension called Apollo. You can get it on the Chrome Web Store. It's totally free. You click the yellow icon over here. Once you download the extension, any website you go on, you'll get this yellow icon over here. And it shows me this person's email, this person's work email, like their Google email, which is pretty crazy. It's apparently just her first name at google.com. And you can literally do this for any recruiter on LinkedIn. This is how you get their emails. And again, this strategy actually works. Just try it and report back to me. This is what got me into Amazon and Google. And this is how Kevin got the interview at OpenAI. Yeah, you can see that over here. It was literally from cold emailing a recruiter. And so I want you to try cold email, but the next thing you need to know is, what do you actually say in the email to stand out to the recruiters, right? Because these recruiters, they're busy, they're getting tons of work emails. How do you actually cut through all that BS in their inbox and actually like pop out in their inbox and stand out to them? So it's pretty straightforward. You start with this pretty straightforward intro, and then what you do is you just include like the two most impressive bullet points from your resume. Whatever, like two bullet points that a recruiter would read and they'd be like, wow, that actually sounds impressive. Drop those two most impressive bullet points in the email, and then just ask like if they're the right recruiter for the role, or maybe they can get you in touch with another recruiter at the company who's actually the right recruiter for the new grad role that you're applying to. Or maybe you're like an early career software engineer, maybe you would use this template basically. And one final like bit of sauce that I have for you to make your cold emails more effective that actually worked for me, it works for all my students right now, and it got me into Amazon and Google, is to try and personalize your cold emails. So a lot of people will just use straightforward templates like this, and these can work, but you can take it one step further by finding something in common with the recruiter. Maybe you look at the recruiter's profile, and maybe you and the recruiter went to the same college or grew up in the same city, or maybe you guys both have the same hobbies, like, I don't know, like tennis or yoga or something like that. Like find something in common with a recruiter that shows you're an actual human being, like some kind of hobby, or maybe you guys are from the same place, and you just drop that at the end of the email in like a little PS statement at the bottom of the email. So like after the thank you so much, drop it as a little PS statement and just say, hey, PS, I noticed that we're both from New York. Super great to see another New Yorker. Or I noticed from your LinkedIn profile that you also play tennis. Great to see another tennis player. I know this sounds weird, but it will actually help because it's going to make you seem so much more human. And it's psychologically proven that people want to help people that they have something in common with. We just feel so much of a stronger connection to them, and they'll actually want to help you out. Like if you just send this generic email, it can work. But if you actually say something personal and you find something in common with a recruiter, they will be way more likely to help you out because they're like, oh, okay, cool. I actually have something in common with this student. Maybe I should help them out. And so try this instead of referrals, and you will get more interviews. And if you want one-on-one guidance from me and my entire team of FANG engineers with this whole recruiting process, we'll rewrite your resume, we'll help you with cold email, and we'll run you through one-on-one mock interviews, the same interviews that we passed to get into FANG. Just click that link below and book a call with me, and we can see if you're a good fit for our mentorship program. And we actually guarantee that you get a big tech offer by the end of the program. And if you don't, we literally just refund every single penny that you've paid. So just click that link below to learn more about the program and see if you're a good fit. All right, YouTube also thinks that you're gonna like, a few videos that are popping up over here. So just go ahead and click those next, and I'll talk to you soon.